All right, enough of that. Hi, guys. This is Dan with Avantnovis. For our regulars, I am so sorry I'm late. Windows did an update yesterday, and it's been crazy. Also, my internet was kind of down, and I had many an issue, so I do apologize. Right now, though, would like to thank Ryan, Disney Reject, Nomad of the Plains, Puppet Master, Northern, Tensity, and the Aaron Who, and everyone else for being here and for contributing to this map. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, here we go. Hey, Ryan, good to see you. What we're doing today is we are actually coloring in this map. But before we do that, we are going to come in here and we're going to work on the ocean. Get this up to as high as it will go. Come on down here. We are going to, around this area, in this layer, let's see where my layers are. This bottom layer, we are going to actually do the ocean really quick. We're just going to come in with this white. We're just going to chase everything like that. Just really quick. Then we'll come in and blend this. I'm still a bit flustered. Windows, yeah, network error and then other errors, and then the tablet wouldn't work, and then the internet wouldn't work. So that is why I'm late today, and I do apologize. I'm really sorry about that, guys. But how are you? It's Friday today. Hope everybody is doing wonderful. How are you doing, Ryan? Glad you're here. We're just taking this color up and around everything. In the background, of course. And then we will go and start on the mainland. Mainland's going to be really easy. We're going to do it kind of a faster paint style. Last night I went in and I went in and textured the grounds. I'll zoom in here on a portion and show you guys how I did that. Again, we will be blurring this and doing a bunch of other stuff with this. And for some reason, my stylus is going a little nuts. That's not fun. All right. Back down here with these guys. Burning Islands. Yeah, it's been a day, but I'm here. I made a commitment. And I managed to be here. I did update on YouTube that I was having technical issues. I was able to do that on my phone. I tried to hop on Discord on my phone too, but that didn't work too well. All right. So we kind of have our ocean underneath this. We're going to come in here now and we're going to grab our harsh chaos. And we're just going to blur all the edges of this. Kind of get a feeling of depth. We might switch back and do some of the white. Oop, too much of the white. There we go. Just going to blur this. And the next part's really, really easy. It's like we missed an island there, so boop, fix that. Come over here and fix this. All right. Again, we're just blurring all these harsh lines down. We probably could go a little bit bigger. Don't want to, yeah, there we go. Just lightly, just kind of slow and steady getting this done. This is the boring part. We'll get to the fun part here next. Also, the reason I'm doing this is that we want to see all the rivers underneath everything. And a nice white helps with that quite a bit. Something else we can do once we get the majority of this blurred is do a gusset blur on this. So let's do that right now. It's taking way too long. We will turn off the Oh, turn on the canvas settings, turn off the lights. This layer will hide everything but this layer. And I believe, it is, where is it? Always forget where this is. Filters, there it is. Blur layer. And we want this to be a big old blur. Let's go 60. Give it a few minutes. Yeah, it's been a hectic, crazy day. It's not bad. We can do better though. Let's do that again. Go to filters, blur layer again. Let's go up to another 55 pixels. Let us do its thing. Bring our stuff back here. It's looking a little better. It's still not exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and we'll just take our harsh chaos again. Hit the edges. Now I currently have the lighting off, and that's going to help us speed up things so the stylus doesn't lag behind. And again, I'm doing little circles with this to help blend it. Also, hope you guys caught that video on how to take without Photoshop, how to take a image from Al's Gears into Wonderdraft. That was kind of impromptu. Let's get a video done so we can help some people that ask for some help. All right. Down here, same thing. Bust this out. Come up here, bust this out. I have to add some white in other places. That's fine. Let's make sure we get as much as we can. And again, we can always go in and retouch this up if that's not hard at all. And we got some areas here that just need a little bit of love. A little love down there too. There we go. Oops, too much love. Too much love. There we go. Not much to it. Not much to it at all. All right. Let's do a final pass and then we'll be good to go. I'm blending the outside now, focusing on the outside of these, kind of blending them together. Such. See, that gives us kind of a depth and connection of where things are. There we go. A little white everywhere. That's not too bad. All right, there's that. Hey, Miss Swift, how are you? Sorry I am so late streaming. I had, let's just say, a Windows update and then my internet didn't work. We all know how that goes. We're almost done with this and we'll get into the really meat and bones, the meat and potatoes of this tutorial slash streaming. There we go, a little bit more there. More there. Yeah, looking good there. Okay. I think that's passable. I might come back and do some touch up a little bit, add some more white in some places, but I think that's good. Let's bring up our other layer. Let's go ahead and bring up our lighting now. Canvas settings. Add our color back in here. Okay. This is going to seem, this is the texture I put into the map itself, as you guys can kind of see where this is. I saved this spot for everybody. So how I do this is, like right here, I come in with the eraser and just erase some of this terrain like that. Then I come in with Harsh Chaos, excuse me, my blur brush, and this is blur at 3%, and pass over that first. Then I come in with Harsh Chaos, and this is my settings for this specific hard chaos. Pressure at 67, fall off at 50. Oops, it's a little too much there. Let's bump that down to like 150. When I come in, I just add the texture just like that. Just little circles back and forth. You can adjust the pressure if you're using a stylus, or just use your mouse and go clicky clicky. But that's how you get that effect. Let's go ahead and start coloring this really quick. The way we're going to color it, we're going to color this in layers. That's the worst. Yeah, no, I was not a happy. And then my tablet, yeah, I didn't have a good time. Let's go ahead and we are in our spray brush, this thing. Let's go ahead and move that. We're going to come in and we're going to start with this kind of an amberish color. Yeah, about, maybe it's fine. We're going to make our opacity down really almost about right there. Bring our brush down to about 250 pixels. Well, it's a lot bigger than that. And then we are just very going to lightly come in, and where the mountains are, we're just going to put this color, just a very, very, very light dusting of color where the mountains are. Nothing big. Spray. For some reason it is going really slow. I don't know why. Okay, again, anywhere there's mountains, we just want a touch of this color. There we go. Now it's cooking with gas. All right, so just a small dusting of the color. And welcome everybody. Sorry I'm streaming so late, but stuff happened. Just putting some color onto the maps. We're going to do this in layers. We're going to start with our mountains with our initial layer, and we're going to kind of come with an orangish brown. Go with the orange first. We're just going to go very strokes, very broad strokes, anywhere there's mountains or anywhere there's little rifts or anything like that. Just like that. This is also going to help us distinguish our high points and our low points. Man, can I tell you how big this map is? I was doing the texturing on this one, and it just kept going and going and going and going. Okay, then we're up there, we're down here. All right. We'll focus on the mountains first and then on the river valleys. This is just a good way for us to kind of decide what our height is for everything, and I can talk well too. Apparently my voice is going as well. There we go. So yeah, just not much pressure. Just not much pressure, just getting the color in. Just where there's mountains. Now we're doing a pass on the mountains because we're going to come back. We didn't want that one. We're going to come back and we are going to, I do not know why the pen's doing that. That is annoying. We're going to come back and do the hills and stuff like that with this. But we want to pass on the mountains first. Just a pass of color. That's going to create kind of a little better effect. Just like that. Same thing down here. Again, you don't have to be neat. Neatness will come later. Right now, we're just creating kind of a language with the color of where everything is. As soon as Northern gets in, I got to ask about lore. So if I don't notice him pop in, guys, will you let him know I need to talk to him about some lore stuff? Because I know he was keeping some detailed notes, and I just wanted to see if he'd mind sharing those. Down here. Just a lazy Friday, just having fun painting. All we're doing today. I still feel like I'm trying to rush myself, and I know that's not a good idea while doing this. Still got the adrenaline going and all that. Well, thanks, Arms. How are you? Got all the fun texture in, and now we're just doing the painting. Yeah, to get the texture in, that was about a 2-hour job, and that took kind of forever. Okay, let's just go ahead and double check on our mountains. You know, I see a guy down here that we need to go in and buzz up. There we go. All right, let's go check on our mountain areas, make sure we got all our mountains. I don't think we came over here. Let's see. Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. Come over here. Oh, switch layers on me. Yeah, my pen's acting really weird. That's not good. All right, we will switch over to the mouse. Do the whole clicky thing. Go. All right, let's have a look, see if we missed anything. Nope, we kind of did a fast one on the mounts. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to come in, we're going to decrease the size of this, and we're going to now work on the, let's see. Happy it's Friday. How are you doing? Honestly, Arms, I am flustered today. Nothing worked right. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come and run color up into the mountains from these. Do you see all these little hills and stuff like that? We're just going to put color there and just run it up near where the mountains are. And when it comes up to the mountains, it's going to give the mountains a little bit more color, but it's going to create this kind of a gradient. Nice happy gradient right there and there. I'm also going to run this color where the hills are. See how that's looking? Not where the rivers are, but just where the hills are. In between the rivers, like right here. See that? Next step we'll be doing some green over this, so again, you don't have to be too careful. Set your map for fun. Oh, that's awesome, Ryan. I will go check that out here in a second. Okay, here's another one. Come on. And again, that's why we put the color on the mountains. We'll be doing some really detailed dynamic mountains here. Discord. Okay. Sorry, folks. And ooh, this is the map that Ryan just made. I likes it. I likes it a lot. Likes the coloring. And Marion C. Likes the shape of everything. Very nice, Ryan. Like how you did the forests and the mountains there. See if I can't zoom in any bigger. Discord. It's cool. Nope, it's being silly. Let's. There we go. Nice. Unbreaking Desert. Well, thank you for sharing that. Misty Isles. Nice. The Shattered Storms. Very nice. I like the shape. I like your shape language. The contours of this. No tangents or anything. Very well done, sir. Very well done. Let's come back to our hills. Now, this is gonna look like butt for a little bit. That's okay. I think for the sake of this, we're just going to color one of the continents. I will go back and do the rest. Then I will get this. As soon as it's done, I will let everybody know on YouTube in the community section when it's online, but I'll probably get that done today or tomorrow. Okay. Finding the hills again. Just adding a little bit of this orange color into it. Looks like we forgot a mountain right there. That's fine. Pulling color in. You guys can see my stylus, where my stylus is, right? Putting more color into this one. So making sure I don't neglect my little islands. See, this brighter color over the green is going to create a feeling of depth. Also right here where the hills are. Just pulling that color right into the mountains. The mountains we're going to make gray, though. This is just the height. Yeah, it's kind of a style Ryan's map. Yeah, I like that antique look. Mine's pretty much copying from globes. All right, let's come down here. We'll check we got hills down here we want to paint. Make sure we hit these mountains really hard with this color. Not too much though, just enough to create that illusion. All right, that is getting really bad. So let us pull the mouse out. We're gonna complete this with the mouse. I'm just going circles to create blending. See how right here we have this riverbed? We definitely want to make sure that there's height there. Everything's breaking on me today. Just one of those days. That's okay. Kind of a zen moment here. So we missed some mountains there too. Both styles give different feelings for me personally. Oh, thank you, Arms. Yeah, just two different bites. This one's designed. The one I'm designing is the language behind it is based on the is based on relationships between features, not really relationships between like settlements or anything like that. And I think that's when you're making a map, that's always important to remember is kind of the language that you're trying to convey. Notice on these higher parts, I'm just putting this color down. And what we'll do, we'll work on this continent right here first. Because there's so much coloring, we're going to get it to a point where with all the details that we're doing, it's going to be very difficult to get this map done in under like 2-3 hours. So that's no bueno for you guys. I just wanted to demonstrate this coloring practice and what you can do in Art Rage. Same thing up here. Make sure we get these hills. Then we're going to get a little crazy with the green. You look crazy. Especially after today. Just tracing over everything, make sure I didn't miss much. See those little height in between the rivers? Make sure we get some color. Being a little more careful than I was with the mounds. There we go. Just a nice brown. Give this a little bit more of a topography feel to the stuff. Let's come in here. I do love having Discord for you guys to share maps on Discord. I'm really glad we started doing that. Now, the area I'm coloring in is part of the Great Empire that we had discussed. We'll start there. So it's very verdant. It's very green in the center of it. So we in this area, we want to reflect that. We also want to reflect these mountain passes that people have broken off with. That's creating kind of a division with that empire. That's why this is so rocky and hilly. Now I'm making texture passes. Just, there we go. Just little lines there. Yeah, the Great Empire, they used to rule this entire area. And then they got overburdened with eldritch monsters in the east and pirates in the south. So they kind of neglected their subjects, and the subjects broke away. Then 3 generals rebelled and made their own little thing. Let's go ahead and have. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, what we're going to do next is we have a low opacity. We're going to make this extra low, and we're going to raise this up to about 200. And we want to go where the mountains are again, another pass, because I'm not getting as much color as I want. Let's see if that works. There we go. Just a little pass. We really want those areas to stand out. Just like that. Again, really low opacity. Do you see how neat and tidy that blends it up once we got those 2 done? We're going to be repeating this process quite a bit throughout this entire tutorial today. It's going small, then going big, then going small again. That's just going to add another layer of color. It's going to help the mountains pop. It's going to help our hills pop a lot better too. But again, don't be afraid to go a little bold on mountains like these. Yeah, we'll go bold. Get all this done. Now, this is in desert. If this is a desert, we'd be going all the way to the borders, then creating green highlights. In this case, we're going just to the sides here, and then creating green highlights. I'm going to work in this area. This area looks like it was neglected by me. Can't have that. Oh, hey, no, Ryan, thank you. Please, please, please go take care. I'm so sorry you're having a headache. This will be up as soon as it's done, so you won't miss anything. But thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. How's the sound, guys? Is my sound okay? All right, we're back in this area. Now, next Friday, I will not be streaming, only on Tuesday, on Monday, and Wednesday. I might put some videos up, however, to kind of make up for it. Let me get you the Discord information right now. Oh, that is someone's personal text. Don't want you to see much of that without permission. All right. Get in the Discord. And the Discord is right there. Hi, Jody. How are you? There. There. That's how it looks. Okay, looking good there. looking good. And you guys can kind of see the difference with the color that we've added. Let's kind of, in the middle spots where the rivers are, let's kind of pick up some more color where the mountains are, because we're going to really mess that up here in a second, I'll tell you that much. All right, just a little more color, like right there too. Working with opacity, adding color versus taking away. I can't really take away color doing this. All right, down here. Up in this area. Hey guys, welcome. We have some people in Twitch and Facebook. You guys are doing well. All right, let's have a look at that. All right, that's starting to look pretty good. We still have some spots that we need to clean up a little bit, like right here. Add some more color right there. That's creating our depth behind the mountains. How's sound, by the way? A little worried about that, since everything else is broke today. Here, get this higher area. That is looking pretty fabulous. All right, and we're just going to focus on this continent right up here today, just for time's sake. Now we're going to go with a darker green. This is part of the collections. To add samples or collections, you go to, on your samples, get the little hamburger menu, and you go to add samples, select from collections. And the ones I usually use are, I use the beach quite extensively, and I use the desert colors quite extensively. So if you want my color palette, again, all you have to do is go to samples, click on hamburger menu, add samples, select from collections, and you just grab them. Again, desert and beach are the ones I'm using right now. All right, so we're going to go to one of these darker greens. We're going to come, and we have to be a little bit careful here. We don't want to run our brush all the way in, but we just want it on the outside. So we're just going to take our brush and just run it on the outside of where everything is, very gently. We're only going this color, we're only going to do one pass though. But we want this color to leach into just the edges. Nothing big, we're just kind of highlighting the edges with this dark green, real subtle, as subtle as possible. But you can see the difference that's making, like right here. Little circles. Sure, we hit our islands with this too. This is again showing elevation. But we'll get into the trees and the mountains and stuff, so it'll actually look realistic. And just really, really light. Anywhere there's water, just really light, just like that. I know it's really hard. It's kind of hard to see, but it's going to give us the next step. We're going to add some more green into this, so we want that gradient. Anywhere there's lakes, significant lakes, you don't want to do this on every river or every, small little lake. You just want this significant. See that? I skipped those guys right there. Same thing there. It just makes it pop. Okay, we're down here. And a darker color is going to give us more of that depth we're going for. Something bad happened there. Did not like that. See how that makes everything pop? Just that dark green, just on the edge. Let's get these rivers here, these lakes. Hope that Discord link worked for everybody. It's just a simple discourse, just something I threw up. Not too fancy with Discord yet, but I'm getting there. Come up here, come up here. We're going to stop with these colors right about in this area, though. All right, so you can see this is what we started with, and this is kind of where we're going. Let's go ahead and add some green. We're going to reduce this to about 150. And we're going to come in and take this light green right here at 25% metallic. And we're going to take this green and we're going to zoom in on where the rivers are. We're just going to run this green up the rivers. Real subtle like. Here's her opacity a little. You see how that plays? Like right there, how that played in between all the cracks and stuff, but it still highlighted the rivers. Now, some rivers we don't like. Rivers, let's say this guy here, just want to touch. We don't have to run the color all the way up it. We just have to ask ourselves, where do we need to reduce some of that yellow color? In flatter areas, and this green will easily do that. But also give it still a highlight. I shouldn't have done it there. I like that right there. Like right here in this corner. There we go. Just a little touch up. Just a little touch up. There we go. Some more there. So this is kind of our eraser for the browns if we get too much. Like right there was a little much. Some right there. Some others right there. Slow and steady. Being careful. Making sure I hit everything I need to. Again, I'm running the color up the streams. Don't need much though. Jumps. All right. Just working to blend these out a little. See right here? Yeah. Those two right there needed it. This up here needed it. There a little bit there. This is where we're stopping, so I won't worry about much about stuff over here. Maybe I will. If there's like a really hard line, like right here, that green is going to be your best friend. See how that blends? Same thing here. And there. And over there. This could use some more of that amber, so let's go ahead and add that. Well, it's a lot of amber, but that's fine. We'll fix that here in a second with the go back to the green. See? Just a quick little nibble on there. Let's zoom out and have a look at this. All right. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. It could use a little bit here and there, but it's nothing really that complex. Okay, let's focus our attention in this area. I'm just using the mouse now. There we go. What we don't want these kind of sandstone mountains. We want gray hard mountains. To do that, we're going to go against conventional wisdom. And we are going to actually turn this sucker, our opacity up and our pressure up. And we're going to zoom in really close. And we are going to, let's make that even smaller. Anywhere there's a mountain, we're going to take this gray. So let's do this. This is actually a better idea. We're going to put another layer here so we can adjust it if needs to. And we're just going to put it gray where the mountains are. So just this mountain range. Then we will be blending it just a little bit. But the key is to just focus on each individual mountain as stuff. So we've got a ridge here. I'm just focusing on that ridge. Now this is going to look like butt for a little bit. But we need to take our time. hit these. We're going to do one solid pass, and then we're going to do a blending pass, but only around these mountains. Yep. You got this cool canyon right there. By cool, I mean I didn't fix it yet. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Just putting touches of gray on the highest peaks of these mountains. Now, what that's going to do with a brighter color, since this white, the tint of white is so, glaringly white. There we go. Starting to get into that, and then we'll blend it with a dark gray. Again, it's that going from a dark to a bright that we're really focusing on. We'll only do some of this continent. Down here. Now, since we're in another layer, this right here I don't like, so I'm going to erase it. There we go. And because we're in another totally separate layer, that's going to save us. So quick question for you guys. Monday, since we're going to be completed with this map, we got the Wonder Draft map, and we have the this realistic map once it gets there. What would you guys like to do on Monday? Do you guys want to do another Create the World? Do you guys want to do another mapping session? Do we want to get together on Destiny 2 and play if you guys want to? Not that I'm addicted to that game or anything. All right. Now let's not put these granite mountains up there. Put them back here though. Big old tall mountains. More mountains here. We'll just do this on this side of the rings. All right, we got some giant mountains here, so let's gotta be careful, but they're not that bad. Do not know why the stylus is doing that, but that is driving me nuts. Also really slowing down how fast I usually like to work. We'll just up the pressure a lot. All right, starting to grade everything. Yep, right there too. Yeah, we could do that. We could do more lore on this. Well, we should write everything up. Well, I'm in the process of writing stuff up, but some more lore would be fun. Something we also could do is we could make a map of what the world was like before all the craziness hit. Those are always cool. And here, come on. Okay. Let's get these big mountain peaks. Okay, let's have a look at that. All right, we're getting there. It kind of looks like brown to yellow, but that's fine. We're going to take care of that right now. We're going to, I think about 250 would be fine. Bring down our opacity to something low. And we're going to take our mouse, and over the mountain areas, we're just going to click lightly. Once or twice at the very most where there's gray. And that's going to give us a nice gradient on where everything is. Also really blends that color together too. See, look at the difference between like what we have up here and what we have down here. Really nice, easy. Couple clicks is all you need. Start at the middle of mountains and kind of come down. I'm choosing to do this color as well, just for the sake of what we're going in to do next. Just a couple clicks everywhere. There we go. There we go. What do you guys think of that? All right. Now, if we're saying this is a lot of gray in here, so we can actually take down the opacity to 75%. Let's maybe take it down to 60%. There we go. See how easy that blends since we did another layer? Okay, now let's have some real fun with the mountains. Let's go to this white, turn down the metallic, otherwise it's going to look weird. Come back in here and let's go 10 on the brush. Zoom into one of these mountain areas. And on the highest peaks, we're going to, come on, opacity all the way up. We're going to put in our snow just by putting little swirls just like that, just on the top of the peaks. Going back and forth to create kind of a snow line there. Now this also has to do, like, I talk a lot about language, map language in the videos I do. This is one of the main map language. You see snow, you think high. So our highest mountains are going to be in this, oops, didn't want that. Going to be in these areas. Apocalypse map? Yeah, let's do that. Pre-apocalypse. It's highlighting the very top of these. See how that highlight works. It's going from a sharp contrast to lighter contrast to a sharp contrast. You still get the highlands and stuff like that. But we're being very careful at this point that you just put the white. I'm really getting tired of this. All right, we'll see what's going on with that pen at another time. We'll just use the mouse right now since it is actually reliable. There we go. Just highlighting the top spots. There, we have peaks and valleys and stuff like that. Something else we can go in and do is, for the sake of grins and giggles, we can come in with, again, a lighter green. Let's go our SD and get rid of some of this there below. Make sure our metallic's back in. And we can reduce some of this yellow now. Yellow we only want in bits and pieces and stuff like that. You can even pull the green. Well, not too much in the mountains. We kind of want to stay away from that gray. The yellow we can reduce. Just like that. Just adds a little more clear and stuff like that. And so we are going to go back and forth with this kind of colors and everything else. So we're right there. Is what it is. Now let's bring some of this dark green up into these rivers a little bit. Yeah, second thought, no. Okay. So we got this continent. It's squared away and it's looking good. The mountains, though, I don't know. I don't know if I like the mountains as much as I thought I did. Well, if I turn it up all the way, I like that better. Still a little bit of a... Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Looks seems a little... I think I'm just being very picky. I think I'm being very picky for that. All right. So let's go ahead and we have our top layer here. Our top layer is going to show us where the trees are going to be. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll Z that layer out. And where these dark spots are, that's kind of an interesting little map effect. Where those dark spots are, we're going to add our trees. Now, in WonderDraft, in Art Rage, we're going to kind of have some fun with our trees. Now, this is going to seem like really crazy, but there's a special sticker in, well, one of these sticker sprays that I found works really, really good in a map. So you go over to sticker sprays, the feet, then you come down to nature stamps, and you come to Mossy 2. Yeah, that right there. You turn off the shadow. Get nature stamps, stamp brush, nature stamps, Mossy 2. Bring this down to, let's say, about 50. Yeah, let's go 75. And we're going to get our mouse out and ignore that pen. And where there is forests, we are just going to blast this crazy, crazy color. Don't worry about going over like where the map is. But again, this is just for reference so we can match up what we did before. Large forest in there. But this is a quick and ridiculously easy way to do forests. Just use this nature stamp the way it is. You don't have to modify it. You don't have to download anything. A little more nature stamps there. The reason I'm keeping it at such a high color is because I want to be able to see exactly where the forests are. More forest there. Looks like I was doing a rain shadow on from the west to the east. Which is good. Goes onto the mountains, that's fine too. I'll show you what we do. Let's put another forest there. Let's have a look. Not too bad. Let's come over here and do the same thing over here. There's a forest right there. That'll look good. Let's see, no forest there. Those are just the mountainy areas. Yeah, pre-apocalypse map would be fun. That'll help cement the lore. I definitely did rain shadow on the eastern side of the mountains. I mean, western side. Not going to worry about too much over here since we didn't. That looks like we got all the forests. All right, here's the fun part. So we are going to now, you see how like it's sprayed into the water and it's coming over stuff. We are going to come down here to our fourth layer, right click on our fourth layer, and we are going to say, actually, let's turn off the color. Let's turn off the lighting, this goes faster. We are going to right click on this layer, the layer we have all the color in. We are going to say select layer contents. We get the little outline, then we're going to hit Control Shift I to invert that. We've made a mask, we're inverting it now. Then we hit delete. It gets rid of anything in the, oh, wrong place. We have to come up where the force are now. Hit delete. It gets rid of anything that the force was covering up. It's really fast, really easy to do there. Now, the next part is my absolute favorite part about using Art Rage. We turn on our light again. We find a nice green, I don't know, nice green color like that. We go to where our force are. We click the hamburger menu. We go down to blend mode and we hit add. Again, very important to do this. We hit add, and then we take our big tube of, we lock the transparency, Dan. And then we just run our tube over and boom, Insta Forests. And frankly, they look pretty good. See, boom, Insta Forest. And when we zoom in, they actually look like forests. Just like that. And it's that fast and that easy. That really gives nice scale and a nice dimension to the map too. Also helps tone down the colors that I wasn't liking. But I think I'm just being too picky. But anywhere there's red now, I know where the forests are. That's another reason why I painted it red. Again, to get that effect, all you do is go to your layer, hit the hamburger menu, come down to blend modes, make sure it's on additive or add, lock your transparency, and then just go for it. Adds a lot more texture, a lot more depth to the map. Also draws the eye away from some of the mountains that I'm not liking too much, but that's just me being picky. That's okay. I get to be picky. That is pretty much, and notice guys, we've been going for about an hour and some minutes. Wait, is this forest here? No, those are mountains. Those are mountains. We want to keep those mountains. Let's turn off this layer. Come on. And we get our forests, and things look pretty good there. I am liking that. What do you guys think? We could clean up some of the orange stuff. The orange is a little extreme for me. I might change some stuff here, but that is basically how I color maps. And you can kind of see the difference. We went from that to this today. And I think I am going to call it there. Next Monday, barring Patreon will have the vote on this too. I'm going to put up if they want to do a pre-apocalyptic map. Thank you so much for that, Arms. Also, thanks for everybody that has come in. Gunman, good to see you. Ryan, Jody, Ms. Swift, also Puppet Master and Northern. Really good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to call it there. Before that, again, special thanks to our Patreon supporters, Ryan, Disney Reject, Nomad Plains, Puppet Master, Northern Auxiliary and Liar, Tensensity, and the Aaron Who, and everyone else in there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for dropping by.